Hey everybody, Tony Viola here for Justice for Dawn. I want to talk to you about computers. No, I'm not trying to sell you a computer. I'm sure your computer is fine. I want to talk to you about Dan Caceres and Mark Bennett and law enforcement losing and destroying computers in my cases and also in concerning what happened at Dawn. So let's start by saying that Mark Bennett and Dan Caceres and the county prosecutor and the U.S. attorney had a televised raid, live, breaking news. Tony stole $46 million from the mortgage company and the title company that I didn't own. And then before the first trial started, Mark Bennett and Dan Caceres come to court and say, we lost the computers that we seized in televised raids. By the way, in the comments below, I'm going to post all these documents. So, oh fiddlesticks, we lost the computers. Then then let's talk about more computers. Okay, so Dawn is found dead in her apartment. She's supposed to come to court and testify about misconduct by Bennett and Caceres. Her computer, vamoose, it's vanished. Then, what does Dan Caceres do on the day that Dawn died? He destroys his computer. That's gone, okay? So we lost the computers from the mortgage and title companies. Dawn Computers missing. Caceres destroys his computer on April 25th. And then, what do you know? And I'll publish all these. Then we get FBI receipts. My private investigator, Bob Frederick, and I, after the second trial, while I was still in prison for all this fun decade of legal wrangling, we continuously made records requests, and we got receipts that the FBI had the computers that they said they lost and didn't have anymore. So we got receipts about computers. Then, after we start advocating for a new investigation into what happened at Dawn, what happens? The Parma Police Chief, Joe Bobek, has a secret meeting with Senior Assistant Ohio Attorney General Dan Caceres, and there's emails, Bobek saying, look, I'm talking to Caceres, we're going to get our story straight here. Caceres is the prime suspect in what happened at Dawn, right? Threatened her, but he's not actually interviewed by detectives, so the chief has got these emails going back and forth, and then guess what? When Chief Bobek retires, he retired, he was sort of forced to because he was caught destroying his computer. So a lot of computers have gone vamoose in this case. Law enforcement seems to have a real problem keeping computers that they don't lose or destroy or lie about in the case of the FBI. Now, these documents have been filed in court pleadings, and the federal judiciary finds it amusing that the FBI lies about computers. But this is a real threat to the safety and security of every American citizen and our freedoms. If the FBI is allowed to come into court and lie and say, we don't have these computers that we seized in televised raids, and then they're proven to be liars when we get FBI receipts, nothing that I'm saying, and nothing happens, it's quite frightening. And this is part of what Dawn Pasella was trying to stop, this illegal win at all costs style of litigation. We're going to alter records, use perjured testimony, have Catherine Clover lying, fabricate evidence, alter records. And, lastly, you can't defend yourself. How can you defend yourself? We're supposed to have rule of law, right? So we don't. Because how can you defend yourself if the government is alleging that I stole millions of dollars from these companies, and then the computers that would prove I never got money from these companies, vamoose, we don't have them. I mean, the cases should have all been dismissed. And last thought, Mark Bennett and Dan Caceres have repeatedly lost computers. They come to court and kind of have their eyes down on the floor. Judge, we're sorry. We need more time. We have to look. We can't find the computers. We don't know where they went. Over and over and over again. So craziness. In the comments below, I'm going to post some of the pictures of the documents where we don't know anything about computers or we destroyed computers. Thanks for watching. Justice for Dawn. Your support is important. We need to lobby government officials to say we are tired of putting innocent people in prison because prosecutors don't feel like admitting a mistake, or they start with an incorrect conclusion, go on TV, and will never admit they're wrong. Innocent people are going to prison for nothing, and we're going to stop it. Thanks for watching.